Today in our 2018 Cadillac XT5, we're going to be test fitting the Yakima RidgeBack 4 bike rack for 1 1/4 and 2 inch hitches, part number Y02458. We already have a bike installed on our rack, so let's take a closer look here. We're going to start with the arms. Of course, at the ends of both of our arms, we're going to have the patented Yakima bottle openers. Moving backwards, we're going to have our cradles here. Now the cradles are going to be stationary, but they have this super cushion material that's going to help absorb the shock while you're driving for your bikes. And also, it's going to have padding on the top here with our ZipStrips as well. So that's really going to protect the frame of your bike while you travel, keep any scratches or abrasions from getting on it. The cradles are stationary, meaning they cannot move back and forth. However, they do have movable anti-sway cradles here, and you can keep these up and out of the way for loading and unloading, which is going to make it a lot easier. It'll grip your bike at 3 points. We'll have 2 ZipStrips up at the top here, and 1 off to the side in our anti-sway cage here. And that's going to keep the bike from moving too far back and forth, causing bike-to-bike contact while you drive. Also, it does come with a stabilization strap that wraps around all 4 bikes once they're installed, as well as the mast, to keep everything nice and together while you drive as well. Let's go ahead and take the bike off and set it aside. To do that, we have tabs on both sides of our ZipStrip. We just push them in at the same time, and that'll release it. And then we can lift our bike off. We'll go ahead and put our ZipStrips back into place just so we don't lose them. With the bike rack in this position, I'd like to give you a couple quick measurements. Measuring from the edge of the bumper to our outermost point, we've added 41.5 inches to the rear of the vehicle. Our ground clearance to our edge here is going to be 15 inches, and the closest point to the bumper is going to be 4.5 inches to this edge. While looking at this here, you can see how the back of the mast here curves or arches to the inside here, giving more clearance between the bike rack and the back of the vehicle, but also this is going to provide extra clearance when we tilt it away, which we'll get to a little bit later. Now when you're not using it or you're going to put it away for storage, this does fold up. The arms fold down by going up to the top latch here. You lift up, let it come down until you hear a click. This is also really useful for those close quarter situations such as parking or putting it in your garage. Again, measuring from the edge of the bumper to our outermost point, we're now at about 10.5 inches, so that made a pretty decent difference. How this attaches to the hitch, we're going to have a no-tool install, meaning it just slides into place. You push the pin in, then we have the speed knob at the end here, which you tighten up to take out the shake and play, and you can lock it in place so it's going to be secure in your vehicle, and this will just free spin. And finally, this also tilts away from the vehicle so you can gain rear hatch access. To do that, we have this black latch at the front, pull towards you, let it come away, and now we have access to our rear hatch, and plenty of space on either side to get what you need. Around the actual shank here is a collar that, once removed, you can utilize this with 1 1/4 hitches, but class 2 only. So this can work with multiple vehicles, or if your Cadillac XT5 has a class 2 1 1/4 hitch, this will work with that as well. And there you have it for the Yakima RidgeBack 4 bike rack on our 2018 Cadillac XT5. Here it is on our test course. We'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Next, we're at the alternating speed bumps, which we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. And finally, we have the full speed bumps, where we'll see the up and down action, which is just like driving out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.